My dad missed my graduation for his fiancée, so I missed their wedding. Actually, that's not quite true. I showed up, just not in the way they expected. Dad met Brielle when I was 15, 6 months after Mom died. She was 28, which made her closer to my age than his. She makes me feel young again, he'd say, like that justified everything. What it really meant was that I reminded him of Mom, and Brielle didn't. The changes started small. Date nights became date weekends. Family dinners disappeared entirely. By my senior year, I was eating alone most nights while Dad and Brielle went to wine tastings and couples yoga. "You're basically an adult now," he'd say when I complained. "You don't need me hovering." When graduation approached, I reminded him weekly, sent calendar invites, left sticky notes on his bathroom mirror. "June 8th, Dad, 2 p.m. You promised you'd be there." He'd nod, check his phone, and assure me he wouldn't miss it for the world. He'd missed everything else that year. My college acceptance, my scholarship interview, even my 18th birthday dinner because Brielle had tickets to some concert. Then, 3 days before graduation, Brielle announced they'd booked a surprise trip to Napa for that exact weekend. "It's non-refundable," Dad explained apologetically. And Brielle worked so hard planning it. "Your graduation is just walking across a stage. We'll celebrate when I get back." I sat in the auditorium scanning for his face as they called my name. Mom's parents were there, crying. My aunt drove 4 hours. Even my cousin who lived in Seattle flew in. The seat I'd saved for Dad, right in the middle of the family section, stayed empty. That night, while I ate grocery store cake alone in our kitchen, his Instagram story showed him and Brielle clinking champagne glasses in a hot tub. When they got engaged 2 months later, I was expected to be thrilled. The wedding planning consumed everything. Brielle asked me to be a bridesmaid, then proceeded to choose a dress that cost $400 and required professional alterations. "Family helps family," Dad said when I hesitated about the price. This from the man who'd refused to help with my college application fees because he was saving for the honeymoon. The wedding invitations arrived on expensive cardstock, 200 guests, an oceanside venue, a live band. Everything I dreamed my own wedding might be someday, if Dad ever bothered to show up for that either. I planned carefully. The week before the wedding, I told Dad I wouldn't be attending. "You missed the most important day of my life for her. I'm returning the favor." He was furious, called me selfish and ungrateful, and accused me of trying to ruin his happiness. Brielle cried about toxic energy and poisonous family members, but I did show up. During the ceremony, right as the officiant asked if anyone objected, I walked down the aisle in my graduation gown and cap. I handed Dad the program from my graduation, his empty seat circled in red marker, then placed Mom's wedding ring on his chair. "She would have been there," I said clearly. The room went silent. People were staring. What I didn't mention was the envelope I'd already mailed to every wedding guest that morning, containing screenshots of Dad's texts to Brielle during my actual graduation ceremony. Messages that read, "Thank God we escaped that boring ceremony," and "Can you imagine sitting through 3 hours of teenage speeches?" And one that said, "Your daughter's graduation would have been absolute torture." Except Brielle didn't have a daughter. The number he'd been texting wasn't hers. It belonged to his assistant. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.